So it's gonna be a quick video on why even doing the bare minimum instead of not giving an input at all is a win. So I'm just finishing up a run. It's about 1.5 miles. Real short. Usually my minimum's 4 miles. And that's not usually because it's too hot or whatever, it's windy. I just didn't feel like running anymore today. Whatever you can call it, my mood, you can call it just being lazy. But I made the effort to come out, do a lap, about 1.5 miles. And that's the whole point of this. You know, not every day is gonna be a world record. Not every day is gonna be your best. But when you make the actual effort to get dressed, leave your home, drive out to your run spot, and go do your thing, when you do that, like all these geese out here, things are mean, you don't wanna get close to them. But yeah, that's a win. You have to count every input, every effort that you give, because not putting in an effort is where you're fucking up. You want to practice putting in inputs day in and day out. Like I say, it's not always gonna be your best, but as long as you go through the motions, as long as you have your mind in the right space of going for an attempt, that's all you really have to do at the end of the day. So it's a win. You know, most people wouldn't even leave their home to go take a walk in 105 degrees. Most people wouldn't do that. But by putting points on the board, you know, even if it's a brick, it's an attempt. And that attempt always gets you better than not giving an attempt. And, you know, Michael Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, they're all people on the top scoring list of all time in the NBA, right? You know what else? What other list they're on? They're on the top missed field goals of all time. Meaning, in order to make as many shots, you have to be willing to miss more shots. So, you know, today out here wasn't a world record, but the attempt is what matters, because through that attempt, I'm getting better. I'm strengthening the mind. I'm stretching the neurons. I'm forcing them to work. And, you know, simply getting out here and going into the sun is something that most people wouldn't do. Most people wouldn't go for a walk at this time, you know. But if you get out here, give it an attempt. I could have done more, just didn't feel like it, and that's totally fine. But that's what I'm here. I like to talk about this type of stuff on my channel, just the inner workings and the mental architecture behind certain processes, mental processes, physical processes, and what you're trying to do and what you're achieving every single day, and what that system, that process looks like, you know, because this is what's going to help people on their journey.